Hey, this is the Review Junkie, and today I'll be reviewing the new horror suspense film, Imaginary. As always, my review will be illustrated, and the artwork is done by myself. And if you like movies, art, and comic books, please hit that subscribe button because all my reviews are hand-drawn, and I like to get to 1,000 subscribers soon so my channel can be official. This movie stars DeWanda, Taegen, Pyper, Braun, Buckley, and Payne. It is co-written and directed by Wadlow. This is a non-spoiler review, so everything I discuss will have been shown in the trailer. Absolutely no spoilers. I'll tell you briefly about the plot, the characters, my pros and cons, final thoughts, and if this is worth checking out at your local movie theater. So the plot involves DeWanda, who plays Jessica, and I haven't seen her in a movie since Jurassic Park Dominion from 2022, which was horrible by the way, but just keep that between us. And she was actually one of the best things about that movie, and the same applies here. She has a striking supermodel look and it stands out. And don't you just love her name? Nobody wants a boring name like Emma or Mary, right? You want a name like DeWanda, something that screams personality. So she's all grown up and moves back to her childhood home with her husband and stepkids, and very quickly after they move in, the youngest kid, Alice, discovers a teddy bear in the basement. And what originally starts off seemingly innocent like kids play, doing harmless stuff, turns dark, and the reason Alice is doing all these things, as given away in the trailer, is because Chauncey the bear will take her back to his home world, and Jessica realizes bizarre things keep happening and tries to find out what's going on. So we've seen this before, right? Like 2 months ago in Night Swim, a family moves into a house, discovers an evil entity in the house, and tries to solve the mystery and save everyone. And I swear this looks like the exact same house in Night Swim, at least the exterior part minus the pool. And I'm going to be honest, the trailer got me hyped. I was staying positive because I needed a horror win after the disastrous Night Swim, and feel free to check out that review on my channel as well. But every time I see the Blumhouse banner, I know I'm going to get tricked. So I checked the rating right when I brought my ticket, and I was like, damn, it's PG-13. So I already knew that I was Boo-Boo the Fool again, because I thought it was R-rated this whole time. Okay, so this isn't terrible, but it ain't amazing either, but it did have promise, and that's my first pro. I saw moments of creativity and potential, but it just never reaches those upper heights of horror glory. The ideas are there, but it never gets fully tapped into. The movie is called Imaginary, and I'm not sure if the writers were using their imagination on the script. The performances for the most part are good. Pyper, who plays Alice, the young girl, has a good scene with the therapist and really delivers the emotion. And on a side note, I freaking love the therapist's voice. She must have smoked like 100 cigarettes before filming her scene. I just want to record her voice and have it on repeat while I fall asleep. She should have an ASMR channel. Okay. Buckley plays the next door neighbor, but I thought her acting was very questionable. At times, she came off a bit schizophrenic. One minute she's upbeat and chipper, and the next she's as calm as a nursing home patient, and her energy just fluctuated a lot. The older sister, Taegen, which sounds like a porn star name by the way. Okay, she only has a handful of scenes, so the lead is very likable and has good screen presence, and she played the concerned, thoughtful parental role very well. But let me keep it real with you, because that's what I do on this channel. I keeps it real. Her wardrobe was very odd, and I'm not sure what the costume design team was thinking, but she wears a lot of sundresses with a lot of cleavage, and for a grown adult trying to take care of young kids, it seemed out of place for this genre, and she should have been in overall jeans, a t-shirt with no makeup on. Okay. So the second act reveals are rather good. There's a certain amount of intrigue that had me invested, and that feeling of what's going to happen next was there to hold my attention. There is one reveal with a character that I should have seen coming from a mile away, but I didn't, and I'm mad that I missed that one. So there's a lot of movies out there that will make references to far off places, right? And us as the audience always wonder if we'll ever see that in the third act. And most of the times we don't, but here we actually do. So I commend the third act for giving us that, and it It was literally almost the entire third act. It wasn't just 5 minutes. So I have a few cons, and it involves the rating, the writing, and the pacing. The PG-13 rating is a problem, and this needed to be R-rated. This just wasn't that scary, and I knew from the beginning there was going to be a problem because the opening scare was anything but scary. And those eerie moments, feelings of tension or anxiety-inducing atmosphere building just wasn't here. There are a few jump scares, but they weren't executed well. There are about 3 effective ones where I jumped a bit at my seat, but the pacing is slow and gradually moves along, and at moments it was a bit boring, and it needed more jump scare setups to keep the audience engaged. Next is the writing. This isn't a college thesis or some dissertation level type of writing. Okay. For example, there were character interaction moments where the dialogue was poorly written, it felt rushed, chopped up, and it needed a few more seconds of breathing room. It needed to be elevated, and there should have been more thoughtful consideration in developing the scares so that they're effective. Another example is there are 2 scary bedroom scenes, and the second one's potential is completely wasted. There's also a plot device involving a parental figure used as an effective scare, and then completely disappears and is suddenly revisited in third act. It just felt sloppy, like, is that all you got, buddy? And once again, we see crayon drawings with hidden messages, and I was waiting for someone to say, you have 7 days to solve this or you die. So I'm trying to be spoiler free, but there's a useless subplot involving family tension. The teenage daughter was poorly written and just dripping with attitude, just fresh as paint for no reason. She literally got a paycheck to show up and be bitchy. Okay, but it made me realize that that's the movie that I really want to see, and it should be titled White vs. Black, a Blumhouse horror, rated R, because that's the movie I wanted to see. Okay, so this brings me to my final thoughts, and this gets a 6 out of 10 from me. We've seen this before, and the moments of potential go completely wasted. My score is solely based on the fact I felt the team tried, and I can see the effort, and I would only suggest seeing this if there's nothing else left and you've seen every other movie, or you're just a fan of PG-13 horror, then I would say give this one a shot. So thank you again for checking out my review. If you like, please subscribe, helps the channel out a lot. Hit that thumbs up button, feel free to share this with your friends, and if you happen to have a movie you'd like me to review, please let me know. I'd be happy to watch and illustrate it for a future video. Thanks again, and I hope the pictures put a smile on your face.